Austraeoh by Imploding Colon, read by Deathlight. Chapter 63, Plank. There's too much water! One of the escaped prisoners stammered as she and several others followed Astral down into the deeper corridor. This is way too much water! Astral struggled to stay upright as he waded through the thick current surging past them. Let's just keep at the pace, don't stop for anything! Panting, he glanced up at the wooden catwalk lining the cavern's wall at the height of 20 feet. There has to be a plank that takes us up to someplace safer eventually. I think I hear someone coming. Another pony shouted. The group shuddered, shrieking in random bursts. Every pony, calm down. Astral shouted to his Winthrop companions. Whatever you do, don't slow down for anything. You can slow down for this. A leather belt was draped over Astral's shoulders. He paused in the flooding waters to blink at the thing. He glanced up. Did you meet any resistance? I knew an idiot that didn't know a losing fight when it bit him. Rainbow Dash said, Why are you guys all wet? Rockspot's father shouted above the rapids. We couldn't find any way to get onto the platform above. Let me fix that. Rainbow shouted. Blurring towards the ceiling, she swung her rear legs and kicked the support beams holding the catwalk to the top of the cave. A section of the platform shook, rattled, and fell loose. With a splash, it formed a steep ramp ascending to the lattice work that stretched the length of the corridor. There, all aboard the bridge to somewhere drier than here. One by one, the ponies gradually scaled the inclined plank and continued their gallop on the wooden platform. Astral was a little too weak to ascend on his own, so he received a boost from Rainbow Dash. Once on top, he took a deep breath, strapped the belt around his neck, and said, Your rev is most miraculous. I'm not sure how many more months any of us could have lasted in this dreadful place. But once we find one of those escape hatches to the surface, we can make for the nearest town and drop the weight of all Wintergate's wrath on these bozos. Would not be a bad time to tell you that Wintergate is populated by pacifists, and yet you eat meat. Hurry! The stallion carrying Rockspot said. I think I hear voices up ahead. The other ponies must be nearby. Say, what's your name, dude? Rainbow Dash shouted as she flew alongside the sprinting group. Cause I'm gonna have an aneurysm if I call you Rockspot's dad 12 more times by the day's end. Red Turnip Sr. He replied, glancing back with a smirk. Spotty here says you've already met my eldest son. Rainbow Dash pouted. I flooded a quarry and fought a Minotaur boss just to learn that? Daddy, look! Rockspot pointed ahead. Unicorns! The entire group gasped and slid to a stop, shaking the entire platform. Straight ahead, 3 unicorns and 2 other ponies stood at spear point with saddlebags full of gravel. A pair of Minotaurs towered above them. Glancing over, the 2 overseers gawked at the group. How did you get free? Never mind that. The other Minotaur flung his spear. Got them! All the prisoners ducked and shrieked. Rainbow Dash was already spiraling at the pair of bipeds. She snatched the first spear in mid-air, twirled, and grabbed the second thrown one in her teeth. Frowning, she landed between the 2 Minotaurs, swept one's feet out from under him with a spear, and turned to spit the pole in her teeth at the other. The Minotaur took it straight to the face. He reeled backwards and toppled over the edge of the railing before falling into the floodwaters below with a shriek. Rainbow turned around, only to be uppercutted by the other Minotaur's fist. She fell back as he leapt up on her. The 2 wrestled and struggled on the platform. Once gaining the upper hand, the Minotaur rammed his horn straight down at her skull. She dodged the blow. His horns pierced the platform on either side of her. Darn it all, just how many friggin' Minotaurs I had to punch with the groin today? That said, she slammed her hose between the Minotaur's legs. He wheezed immediately and went limp. At that moment, Red Turnip Sr. and 4 other prisoners galloped forward and rammed his body off the platform. As the vicious splash sounded off below, they helped Rainbow back to her hooves. Isn't she awesome, Daddy? Rockspot beamed from where he gripped his father's back. Red Turnip smiled. Like a bulldog with a walking bull mustache. Yeah, too bad he can't say the same about me dashing his rainbow maker. 2 spears embedded into the railing beside them. The ponies gasped and looked down, using the flowing floodwaters as a stream. A hastily assembled pontoon boat of wooden planks was rushing towards the escapees from below. A very angry thunderhorn was chucking spears, along with 3 snarling cohorts. "Friends!" Austraeoh shouted at the 5 reunited laborers. "We can't wait here. They're going to overtake us!" Another unicorn exclaimed as more spears. "Miss Dash!" Rockspot squeaked, trembling. "What are we going to do?" Rainbow shouted at her wits' end and dove off the platform with a flurry of wings. "What is it with this day?"
You!
Thunderhorn shook his fist.
Give me back my strips, or I'll tell you to.
Rainbow Dash answered with 2 rear hooves drop-kicking across his skull. "Eat a buffalo biscuit, you utter sucker!" She ruthlessly took on 3 burly minotaurs at once. "Go, go, I'll hold them off!" She shouted to the group above. The prisoners nervously galloped ahead. "She's as impulsive as a bucket of parasprites!" one pony exclaimed. Austraeoh nodded, looking back warily before following up the rear of the group. "For good fortune, you're right.